Sorry, y'all. I apologize. I apologize. I don't know, I don't know. I have no idea. I don't even know. But it doesn't matter. It's the Wi Fi, of course. But we are back, so let me give you a chance to come back. Hope your day was beautiful. Mine was amazing. I was out in the sun all day long. Okay, I'll be out in the sun. I've been out in the sun all day long, every day for a week. Tomorrow makes a week. I have taken life and decided to live it right now, and I'm just having a ball. So, yeah, I was in the sun all day. The Trocho, I do like get kind of a lot of sun, and so I love it. Yeah, Accra is pulsating if you want that. If you want it, it's pulsating, and I'm in my cry. At least I'm in my cry year, like I said. So y'all know, because we keep in mind we travelers, and we will change our minds. Okay, we will do it on a dime, but whatever calls us. But yeah, but no, really, like Accra is lit. It's a lit place. I'm gonna tell you now. If you like lit, if you don't like the lit, if you don't like the city vibe, which means lots of people and things to watch out for, then yeah, a crowd might be rude, but like you might want to just go out in our crowds for some people. But if you like that vibe, well, you might not know. Don't no, don't even go like that. I just thought about it. Just come and experience it, because Africa, everything's a little bit different, because the feelings you feel is deep, and it's multi-dimensional feelings. It's like it's not just coming from one place; it's coming from many aspects. So feel it, just feel it and go. Don't even worry about what you know. Just feel it and go and see. So they talk it. So a lot of times Ghanaians, as they say, they talk in proverbs. So sometimes I'll say, "Oh yeah," like I guess I call it an American thing. We can see if it is or not. I'll say, "Oh yeah, I like this. I like this." He'll say, "Oh, that restaurant, the Pat's Vegetarian. That's where we went to eat. It was really good." And I said, "Yeah, I liked it better than I did the other one." And I used the other one's name. And I might have said that before about something else. "Oh yeah, I like this. Like that's a very probably either Eurocentric or even American. I liked it better than the last one. Yeah, anything. Oh, I like this dress better than the last one." And he really explained. He said it, but it was all proverbial and very, poetic. But basically, why curse the thing that was doing you good then? It got you to where you are now. Like, wow. It was just like, you don't have to make the other one bad to make this one good. You don't even have to have that conversation. Of course, he said it in a proverbial. He tells stories. They be like real life, like a Nancy Spider story. Like seriously, like. And from the stories, you learn something, and it's a lesson, but you ain't throwing out like that. Like you wrong. You don't put people out. It's beautiful. It's so African, and it's what I've heard about in some ways, and learned, little stories. And so if you look for it, and you don't have to look actually very hard, you will get whatever you need from anywhere you go. But I feel like for black people, you will get what you need from Africa if you allow Africa to get into you, like Jamaica funk. Let it get into you. It didn't say you get into it. That's not what the song said. It said let it get into you. So let it get into you and tell you what you gonna be doing and why you here and how long. And they won't even tell you all that. It's just too detailed. But yeah, to learn to remember that, to even in my language, that doesn't have to be that one was bad, or you cussed that thing that was feeding you, like what you doing, what's up, like. But it was all proverbial, and it was a little story, and it was just absolutely wonderful. Then they have that rhythmic accent, which is very, to me, I don't know, makes me feel very that they are African. It's rhythmic more than any other language that I feel like I've heard, but I definitely did not hear every language, and not that many. This one is the most rhythmic. So even when they're speaking English, it's very rhythmic, and it's very that language makes you feel like I was saying, how the people can sleep anywhere. I know that kind of sleep that you could have here if you gave yourself the chance. If you nap like they did, I mean, just fell in position. Like I'm not even exaggerating. I think I am. When you come, you're gonna be like, she wasn't even. It's something like it's big, and like I said, Kwame's from here. He laughs now because, he never noticed it, but now he does. He's like, wow, we do that. I was like, well, that's so cool. He was like, I know, that is. He was proud. Like, I said, that's smart. You tired? Take a damn nap. Take the nap right now where you are right now. They be sleep on ledges. It be like ledges. And just think, I wish I could be this damn funny. Like, I wish I could be this funny, but I am so not this funny because it's the truth. Like, I saw ledges. They be balancing themselves, taking that little nap. They be well dressed under the tree, out, just on the ground. Fruit be in front, they be in the back. They don't be in the back, it'll be right there. I'm trying to tell y'all. Okay. If you experience it, you might get it. You might have to go have another take, but it was the most sane thing I ever saw in my life. If we all took more naps, exactly, how are we gonna be like America, right? We leave in the morning talking about we tired. Okay? Now, you left tired, okay? But later on tonight, when you get home, you're going to remedy that. Wait, you just added more tired on that tired by the time you get home. It's the most crazy, that's crazy thinking that you should wait to remedy yourself with what you know you need. And on top of that, you get more of what you don't want by not doing what you need to do, You need to go to damn sleep, you get some rest, and then you'll feel better now. Because you're sick now, and you're tired now. I love it. I got it. I got it right away. As soon as I saw, I was like, understood. Okay, taking notes. Take a damn nap, people. Take a nap. And take it right where you fall. Where you standing? You ain't got to tell no out. These machines don't. But I know it. And Ghana has that possibility of that sleep. Though I'm telling you, these are very and you will feel it as Black Americans as well. It's a very lulling, that sound of the voice, the rhythmic of the language. It's very, it is. And then the hot sun, and you're supposed to not fight against nature. You can't do that. You should go take a nap. You should take it right there. You come back, you're brighter, you're happier. That's how they can still work together, all those women in the marketplace. Can you imagine that in the States? It would never work, not all the women. Because, you get to take a nap, so you ain't knocking nobody's head off, or, you know what I'm saying, you're taking a nap. Okay, a nap is essential to your health and growth, no matter what age. And they taking theirs, I'm going to tell you that, anywhere. And what you don't see, they ain't homeless. There be them people taking a nap. Everybody taking it. I understood, yeah. I love it. If they see, I love Ghanaians too. If you put a box, let's say you bought a TV or a refrigerator in, and you got a box. You don't have no furniture yet. They will lay that box on the floor, the empty box, and they will lay it down and talk to you on that floor. They will stretch on the floor. They need to stretch, but it is the most everything that I like. Well, I'm gonna say what I see that they do. It is so simple and natural, but we go against it. I think as Americans, we're not staying in tune with our natural instincts that when you sleep, you go to goddamn bed. You know what I'm saying? Or when you need to stretch, that's anywhere. They'll stretch anywhere. I got on the floor, stretch or stretch. The stretching, but they right. You're stiff now. Why stretch later? I love it. So cool. It's so real. The realness is so healing. It's yeah, right? It's yeah, what we doing, okay? What are we doing? We overthinking every damn thing. And we ain't taking rest now. We ain't got no water now. We wonder why we falling out. You're thirsty. Well, I'll get it later, but you ain't thirsty later. You thirsty now. They do I am thirsty. I am thirsty. And they got the women and the men selling everything. So every time you just say I am thirsty, you turn around and be like, girl. No, they don't call girl. That's the wrong accent. But anyway, no, there's always everything you want because there's somebody selling it. So it's always whatever you want. It's kind of lush. If you looked at it in a certain way, this could be considered a lush life in some ways. I mean, it depends on what angle you want to tilt the lens, okay? That's what I'm going to say about that. But let me show y'all a little commercial break. Look what we messing with today, babies. Yes, did you see the symbol of beauty? Sandcope beauty. Do you see the symbol of beauty? Ndinka symbols. That will be inside. That's the combs for those that don't know, symbol of beauty. That will be on the boutique shop. Hold on, y'all. Let's put them on. Let's put them on. See what we messing with here. See what we got going. Okay, let's see. Oh, let's see. Wait till I shine them up though. Oh, oh, those are beautiful. It's very beautiful. Copper. I'm gonna shine these up, and they're gonna look good because I got some brass. So about to make that happen. How beautiful is that? Look at that. Lovely. Okay, I hope you like it. I think they're stunning, and they'll be on. Let's look at that. I love it. Okay, let's try on now. You don't see none, right? That would be nice. Oh, okay. So these are mine, but I ordered some for the boutique, an online boutique. For those who don't know, I am revamping. I had an online boutique. For those that don't know, I did for a very short while, but I had so many things going on, I couldn't focus on it. And now I'm moving to Africa. I can focus on it. I've delegated some other things and created some other things in order to do this other thing I love called fashion design. Oh, woo! That's nasty right there, though. Now that right there is the other symbol for Sankofa, not the bird. This one too is Sankofa, and that one is that's a stunning. That's an Ndinka. That like these Ndinka, y'all. I wear this jewelry. This jewelry is powerful. I mean, the symbols were created with the belief that power was, you know, inside of it. It was created inside and with the intention of, you know. So these are very powerful symbols, and I have them made by the hands of the people. I mean, that just makes it even more dope. So I love them. I hope you'll love them too. I got some other wonderful, beautiful jewelry that's going to be, yeah, that's going to be in the shop. And I love these. These are not too heavy. They're not heavy, actually. They're a little weight, but no, really, my ear's not even being pulled down like they normally do when I wear them real heavy. So that's a plus. And I think they're stunning, especially when if I, you clean it off. I love them. I love them. And I think the young and the older woman and the young can wear this as well, I can see this on a 20-year-old, but I can definitely see on a grown woman as well. I can see everybody. Everybody can wear this. Now, your grandma might not. It might be a little too big, but everybody else. We're going to have to get her some earrings. We can get her some studs. I got some stud, fear no one but God. So, yeah. So, yeah, I learn a lot through Kwame, and I learn the language, too. I mean, because I'm using it every day. And, no, I don't really remember yet, but it doesn't matter because I know how languages work. You get it. Even trying to imitate the sounds. You don't have to imitate the sounds. After a while, it's going to come out naturally. You're going to say it like they say it because that thing you're saying is a response to something. And so that you'll understand the response. Like I already understand, not that I understand tree, but I understand what they're saying. Either my instincts or my vision is sharpening around other ways to know what people are talking about. Of course, that body language says a lot, or you'll hear words because they'll speak tree, but they'll add English words in there, or you'll just figure from the scenario that that's what it's about, or you really just read their body language. Like I'm a pro at it now at this point. I can tell the whole story. Because they always say, oh, so God, like they thought maybe they switched up the language, and I knew that one. So it's not that, because I do it all the time. They're like, oh, why he said that? They said what he said. I said, they were like, can you understand? No, but I could see his energy, like what he said, or how he said it. I mean, it happens a lot. So you are learning the language and the other ways of it. And you're learning, and the instinct, and that instinct also is sharpened, and it helps other areas in your life, because Accra is that busy. I mean, you think I'm exaggerating, but like I don't call it what you call the wheelbarrows, whatever you call it. They be having all kinds of overweight, too much stuff. Be the littlest person pushing it because they're so strong. Anything can come out. It's just extremely, crowded, the markets, and it is what makes Accra to me. and it's a world stage. That's how I look on it. Accra's on the world stage of cities to me, as far as that feeling that I've never experienced in my life in any place that it was hopping like that on a daily, on a daily. And I could see how like people would just go nuts, like, no, it's too much. But a lot of people from Accra, I mean, they're still country folk, right? They still are from their village. They come to Accra to make money, but they get, let them talk about their village, and the village you get everything from. You get the real pure, like I was saying from one of my channels, you get the real pure honey, and you can look at it and see the difference, honey. I paid for that honey, and I'm so excited to use it. You get the real palm oil. Palm oil, I mean real palm oil, the stuff that from the basically the countryside, from the village, and that's the organic stuff. That's the stuff that you just is so dang pure. And I think I got cocoa pods and just things like real, cause that's. But it reminds me. I'm telling you, when I see the pictures, everything reminds me of the Dominican Republic countryside, and where the black people mostly, what I find was black folks live, in my opinion. And it was very amazing to see. Wow, yeah, we did make it, and we doing a lot of it the same. Still right, still the same story. I'm thinking about it, like the chasing the presents, because now I just can go back and forth, which was the way Africans thought anyway, and not just back and forth, in and out, up and down, now or never. It was all, you know what I'm saying? Like we definitely, I think we lose multi-dimensional thinking being in the States, because I think we think like Europeans in a lot of ways. So that's not as rhythmic as our natural inclination. That we should have rhythm. That's why we have slang in the States. It's very important for us to have rhythm. So yeah, the sound of the language is, it's very. You can sleep anywhere. You can sleep anywhere. Now I personally have not done this. I still wait till I get home and just go to sleep, but I admire it, okay? You might not change your whole life, but I know, but I'm gonna start taking a nap. The nap thing was like, just take a short one, just take a short one, that's all, just take a short one, knock it, wake up, okay. I watch, you're gonna love it when you go, you're gonna love it, you're gonna be like, Lisa did not lie about this, she just did not lie. Hey girl, hey beautiful, hey Emma, hey Lucas, hey Virginia, Black Mind says, deep, like why compare? Let each be else. Oh, I know, I like the concept, me too. Oh, she went back, yes, Virginia, good evening, Lisa, everyone. Hey, okay, I am organic, yes, really, purely, truly organic. Yes to stretching and being on the floor. Yes, right? Yep, fluid. They are way more in tune. Yes, Melanin. Girl, yes, teacher says, I'll be shopping on your online boutique. Says, girl, do you understand? I'm so glad you will, because I'm having a ball picking out that stuff, y'all. As you are learning from the family and George, do they ask about American life? No, they never do. No. And let me say that, because I wonder why, but I don't. I mean, I'm going to tell you why I believe that they don't ask about American life. But me specifically, maybe they would ask with others, maybe they wouldn't. I don't know if they know to ask. I feel like Africans, or at least Ghanaians here, I feel like they know their culture and they know they have one, and they culture is so part of their lives that it's obvious they have one. I don't know what they think you have a culture, and I think they know you have a culture, but they know you're not in your land, you're in theirs. So they are there to teach you to be, when they meet you, they would like you to be more like them. And that can be good or not good. Like, I think it's great, but so they're going to help you if they like you. And of course, if you read the right wines. And so I feel like talking, okay, so my question was, yeah, I feel like that no, they don't. But sometimes let me go a couple of ways with this. Sometimes I will say something like, in my culture, I have to kind of volunteer it. They don't technically ask, but I don't really know about that in any place I travel, not just Africa. Like I don't remember that in any place. No one ever on any country asked me about in my culture. But let me say this: I think that they thought that I came to learn about theirs because that's something they know. So it never felt strange. It never felt odd. It never felt wrong. I don't know. I never thought about it now. And it's like, for me, I know me as an individual, I know I'm here to learn something. And I know that in turn they will learn as well. And what I like about it is they kind of just learn you. And if they, um, I see some African men can be very intuitive. So if they know you and can make that part of you stay you and be happy, then it's more like that. It's more of a connection than even needing to, even although their culture to them is very important and that's what they talk about, and there's a pride in that. But I think you can have some beautiful connections, and I think that you should insert yourself if that's important to you. You should tell about your culture, but I think you will. I think it'll just start happening naturally. I think it's phase to meeting or to being in Africa. For me, it's phases, and there's sometimes a phase just to take in as much information because what I think a lot of people, and I was when I first came, most fascinated with is how much alike we are in so many ways, and that they help you kind of help me at least understand that we have a culture as a Black Americans. There was a culture, and that, but in a way, a deeper way, we have a deeper, more culture that even those things that we forgot or we overlooked in the States that we used to do is African culture. That the culture never really was lost. So I think I go a little deeper with it and have that connection to that which I thought I didn't have. And I think a lot of us come here because we think we're missing something and we don't have something. So a lot of times we want to learn about it. But yeah, I think it's important too to insert yourself if you think that's important at the time and tell about yourself. Sometimes I do, but you know what I find, and I'm just saying this, I'm going to say this for real. I find that I don't know, I think we as Americans talk and ask a lot of questions for, it's overly done in a lot of ways, for not ask the right questions. We think a lot more than we experience or feel. I'm learning that I don't have to fill the empty spaces of silence. That's a big one for me, and I really enjoy that. That I don't have to prove that I'm smart or intelligent or whatever. They got eyes they can see. And what each person sees in one person is their connection. It's a connection. It really is. Everything's about connection to me. Everything's about connection. So I do see that. I do see that even with the different ethnicities, you can see how Black folks would gravitate to each other and fall in love. And it would have to be based on more of a feeling than an ideology, because the ideology may be vastly different, the two. And you can feel a lot more. I feel like here, I feel like you can feel a lot. So you feel so much. That means that your senses become more sharpened. And then you walk into Makalala, you got to put it all together. You know, I was sitting on the couch. I was getting no exercise in the States, okay? So it was my life. I hadn't gotten exercise like to a gym in over a year, which still is a long time. I relied on some yoga that I did at home. So I was sitting a lot. It wasn't I don't know if it was gonna end very well as far as like, something had to give, let's just put it that way. And now I walk till I'm exhausted, okay? Because Kwame is a walker, but that's exactly in my life what I asked for in Accra. I mean, I'm going to know Accra. Like, I'm going to actually know Accra in a way. Because what I love about, at least the people that I'm hanging with, they're always like, okay, so do you remember this? Does this place look familiar? So they want me to start remembering where everything is. So if ever I get separated from them, I know how to get back to da-da-da-da. It's important. I'm very lazy when I have people around me that I trust. Sometimes I get lazy Yes, because you trust them so much, you don't really trust in your own instincts because you don't have to, And that's me, the party girl. No, okay, sometimes I do. But yeah, so yeah, it was a beautiful day. So yeah, so I get these proverbs and these spider stories with no spiders. No, that's what it sounds like. And it is a very beautiful thing to just sit back and observe another's culture. I particularly love that he talks more and about his community than I do. I like that because I want to learn that and I want to know that and I want to understand that. And I love it. I love it. But yeah, for now. So, life and phases and all of that good stuff. It's wonderful. It's wonderful. Like I said, everybody's going to be affected by Africa in a very, I'm going to say unique, maybe not, but I think it is. Everybody has told me a story, that story, that life and death situation story, in a sense that they had to kind of go through when they came to Africa and then decided to live, and what made them, even though some people would say go back to the States, what made them stay, all their epiphanies of when they knew they was never going back to the States were all uniquely different stories. None of them was exactly the same. So that's why I concluded that there is a rites of passage that you have to go through. And it's just dependent upon what you need to still release in order to embrace all of you. And that's the good, the bad, and the ugly. That's everything. That's all of it. Yeah, Africa give you a chance to, if you want it. And I'm just tracing the trajectory, like I know where I started and I know where I ended. Like, I give thanks, and I want you to do that if you want to, give thanks every time you can see that you put that out there and you got it. When your manifestations come back to you and you could see it, you looking at it, you know that you affirmed or visualized, you know that you put it out there, like and then it happens. Don't just go for it. Yes, immerse yourself in it, but don't forget to remember that you really did create this. You created something, and you did it relatively quickly, more than ever before. So if something you're doing is right, I know, and I want to appreciate one of my channels. One of the comments was, you said you was getting off the couch. I said that was my January 2020 opening of the year. It was called Get Off the Couch, if y'all remember, my 21-day intensive. And I got off that damn couch, didn't I? And yeah, it's very magical, the power that we have, and we really can't forget that, especially during this time, like, especially during this time. Cannot forget it. Cannot forget it. We must not forget it. So yes, I've been doing business. Business goes on, and you gotta be a part of it. You gotta be in it to win it, y'all. You gotta be in it to win it. Don't forget this. This is true. Like, it really is. And when I walk through those streets of Accra, I look to the left, the right, up and down, and I just say thank you. Like, thank you for making this happen. That I was sitting on my couch not that long ago, and now I'm in Accra during a time when cut off these cameras and have a real life. There's real life happening out here. I think there's going to be so many stories that's going to come from the pandemic that only can come after it's over, gone, and people are feeling, whatever, however that's going to look, and people are feeling safer, that are going to blow people's minds. And I just, we'll see about that time, but no accidents in the universe, right? No mistakes, none of it. It's all divine. It's all divine, y'all. Yes. Yes. Yes, that was a great question, multifaceted. Deidre says, and I am learning so much from watching you, so when I visit, I will know some of the language. Yes, ma'am, and I'm going to get you some more. You're going to hold me to it. That'll help me to stay diligent, Smiley, hey girl, Emma from Haiti became a U.S. citizen 8 months ago. Congratulations. I'm scheduled to have my passport done on 22nd. My travel journey is to come. Yes, congratulations. Yay. Smiley, glad you're having an amazing time. Thank you, Midasi. The Sublime swears, hey Lisa, hey. Multifaceted says, beautifully said, you are receiving a master class in African history. That's right, live and in person, sis. Like, thank you. Thank you, Midasi Pa. The Goddess Life 360, hey. Ellen Z, please help, I need to lose weight. Ooh, come to Africa, girl. You will lose weight. And that's another, let's talk about this. You will lose weight in Africa if you allow it. Some people, I only met one person she gained, but she'll lose after a while as well. You will probably lose weight because it's just diet. It's the diet. Even if you got a so-called good diet in America, I know uh, it's because see, weight is not just about food. I mean, so to compare to what I see an African eat a day, Ghanaian, and the amount of work they do, see, I can see why the food. That's why I feel like Ghanaians, they love the kenke or the fufu or the banku. It's all these doughy, yeah, doughy, like dumplings almost, but no, not that, just doughy. Because it's sustaining. It sustains you. It has sustenance. That's a very important. Like they will laugh when they can't have their fufu or their banku or their kenke. No, that's serious. Like it's serious. I get it because it's like sustaining. It's very nurturing. Saying it's their starch, but it's sustaining. That's all I can say. It's eating with your hands, so there's some generating of. Put it this way: no interference between the cosmic energy between in your tips of your fingers and the cosmic energy of your tongue and your finger hitting that. I mean, it's deep in the lips, and so now you grown just from having experience that you're mostly eating with your hands if you're going to places. So we went to an amazing, I highly recommend, Pat's Vegan Restaurant in Accra. Oh, it was off the what it was off the hook. It was off the hook. It was delicious. It was so fresh. I had the ground nut soup, rice ball soup, because I really like that. And you eat with your hands, and it's delicious. And they have those mushrooms. The mushrooms here is so packed with vitamins. Like it's so packed with nutrition. It's highly nutritious. It's the best. It's what I'm honest. I thought I didn't even like mushrooms. The mushrooms that come through the States, I cannot stand them, okay? I was like, I'm just not a mushroom girl. As a raw foods, I used to force myself. I didn't like them at all. Here, oh my God. So that was delicious. And the fufu, like, they can make this stuff vegan. Our Pat's was great. And our saucy pie is great too. I learned that today. I don't have to say once, but saucy pie really is. It's great. Right now, saucy pie, because of the pandemic, we walk in and it has a rope, so you can't go to the counter to order. To go, basically, that's what it is. You can't sit down, but the tables are so separate. They definitely got social distance, and it's a takeout more place anyway. It's only got like 3 tables, so that kind of affects the food to me, because then the vibe, but it's nice. But I cannot wait. I mean, I'll be excited when things will be figured out and we will get it together. But this Pat's place, oh no, this is some freshness going on here. Like they got organic stuff. Like they had chia seeds. Like you can really find that, and this is organic. Got walnuts and stuff you just don't find at the market. Okay, and I love this place. I give it thumbs up, Pat's. I want to try it. I'm gonna have the fufu next time. So this time I had the rice balls. They got so many delicious looking food. And what they do, what I love is it's the traditional Ghanaian food, vegan style. Yes. So for all you vegans, it's like no, with my diet, no. You don't need to have that as an excuse. They got you. They just had like a festival I missed it. I saw a flyer for it, like it was on the 8th. And it was a vegan festival in Ghana. Yeah, so things to do, lots to do, lots to do. I'm saying when we so-called can do it, it's going to be a lot to do. Yes, fluid. They are yes, in tune. Yes. Hey, girl. Hey, Sublime. Beautifully said, you are receiving. Yes, thank you. Hey, Goddess. Hey. Okay, so the lose weight part, yeah. So you got to lose that stress. That's what it is. You got to lose the stress. And the stress is why we don't take a nap when we're tired. Like, we're putting this on ourselves. It's absolutely backwards the way we do ourselves in the States. And we just don't know any better, so we don't really do any better. And when you lose your connection from your homeland, you really lose parts of yourself. And you start wondering why you're losing your mind, because something in you still remembers that when you're sleepy, you go to sleep. When you're thirsty, you drink water. And when you're hungry, you eat. And no other version of that. So the concept that I would always tell that story and always quote that's what is Zen, Buddhist. But then you go to Africa and you see that even for me, it's not to be for you, maybe some of the Asian stuff that I've delved into, or then even though white folks doing the same Eastern religions, you totally forget that all of that comes from Africa. It's clearly in the people, and they wouldn't call themselves that they're studying Asian culture. They would never say that. It's who they are. It's what they are. It's being attuned with nature, the feng shui. They don't call it that. They don't have to. They had it first. They are it. It's just ways of life. Like, I think if you want to have a good time here, come here and allow yourself to observe the culture and observe the people and observe the rhythm and enjoy it. Just take it all in. Don't stress it out. Don't try to have all the answers or ask all the dang questions, okay? Expecting all the right, answers. Like, don't do that, and just don't come changing the people. They are just perfect. Just love them for who they are. And enjoy your life. Live free, TV. Live free, TV. I hope this is on. I'm just changing my situation here. Those that don't know, now you know. It's a shame that I really don't know if it's on. Okay. Yeah. So it was a beautiful day. Oh my God, today was a day. Every day. But I was so tired by the end of the day because, like I said, my friend is a walker, which is exactly what I need. So I don't know if I'll be putting back on any weight anytime soon because I done lost so much weight. I don't recognize myself. I don't even try to recognize myself. I'll be like, you know what? It's over, okay? Get over it. You're a skinny woman. This is what you might go out this way this lifetime. And why? Again, yes, the fruit is better because now you know people with connections that give you the oranges from the village and all the stuff that you want. They be like, you know what? We can get that from the village. Now I got the real deal palm oil, the stuff that really is going to be good for you. Oh, I just feel so blessed. And I love that too. I feel like some of them, I don't know how all do, but they may not have much, but what they give you as a person, like we know, the gift is deep. It's always, they show they're caring by, especially the ones from the village, by giving you things from the village that you will see is a treat. It is like the syrup look like some type of, it's just gold. I mean, it's the darkest color, and that dark one is usually the one. I know I'm trained in organic looking stuff, and I just feel organic, and the high vibrational frequency that's coming from that honey is coming from his oranges too, and I know a way I'm going to actually use them. And they got me the cocoa pod. So the gifts, I call them high-end gifts. You know what I'm saying? Food gifts. Love that. Love that access to. That's why, I just love the access to the people. I love the access to the life. I want to know how to live. I want to know how to eat to live. I want to know what do you do for that or that or that, because you're in this land, so you want to get acclimated, as quickly as you can, okay? So I'm having a good time, y'all. This is my month of May, my mother month, and I decided to take the whole month off and not teach in my own classes, but to have guest teachers. So I want to tell you about this week. This week we have Elayseah. She's actually going to be on, I'm going to do a little talk with her Friday. Let me see, your time. I want to say 3 p.m. I got to go look at the time of when we're going to have her on Live Free TV. We're going to be talking, discussing, interviewing, for her upcoming Sunday class, which is this whole idea of being a virtual assistant. If you have those skills, put them to work for you. Learn how to get yourself out there. Learn how to get the gigs. Do some networking with the other sisters that may join the class. And because you'll probably have so many things together, it's going to be a woman, a sister Elayseah, who actually has her own company, at first being a virtual assistant herself and now employing other virtual assistants or connecting businesses, services that need virtual assistants and vice versa. I mean, how cool is that? That's what's up. 2 hours, Sunday from 1 to 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. $47 master class. She our third instructor. And if you want to buy all of them, it's five Sundays in May. And you get 4 for 4, you get the fifth one for, you get the fifth one for free. For free. So anyway, yeah, so check it out. It'll be in the description box. I hope you are all well. My body at the end of the day just be like, yes. I just feel so. Another thing, let me tell you how I feel. I think you're going to add some years to your life if you move out the States. It might not be Africa, it might not be Ghana, I don't know. But I just think you are, because everybody here, especially people that live in the countryside or their village, 106-year-old, be the blackest of the black ones. That, I mean, well, no, so I'm saying it's the last ones, the 100-some-year-olds, blacker than black, like, be skin smooth like butter. And they be getting around doing their thing. Like, you be like, oh, we need to go back home. We need to go home and live longer. So, a natural life, a slower paced life. And I think one thing as Americans, we got a lot of headiness going on. There's just so much in our heads, and that's so unnatural. But we learn from really people that may be a little less in touch with nature and natural processes, or they don't even believe in natural processes. They think they have to handle it or deal with it, and actually it's a whole nother class. I'm gonna do a master class one of these times, but maybe I'm doing one now. Who knows? But yeah. I'm having a magnificent time. I'm getting my boutique together. I'm doing what I love. Like, I love picking stuff out for y'all. I love going to see where it's made. Like, every single piece that's gonna be in my boutique, I can tell you who made it, or I know the person who made it, or the person who supervised the workers. I know where it was made. I know how much we're benefiting the community. Like, I mean, like, what? I'm designing stuff. Okay, you don't make the dress, we don't know it's a dress. Okay, everybody got the dress. Could you make this dress? Make this dress, put some pockets in this dress. And to see that, curtains being made, and beds and carvings. Like, what? Whose life this fast? What? This is an up-leveling to me. I think that to come to Africa, some people may think it's a down, like, why would you go to a third world country, underdeveloped country. when you got all these things in the U.S.? Well, I don't know. I feel richer here. I feel happier here. I feel more joyful here. So I feel like I need one is here. I seen it, and just and literally to the point you in a tro or you in a taxi or you in an Uber. Them same people that selling something come up and down the road and whatever you want, they already have it. You can shop literally right in the back of the car or on the side, whatever. Ghana is plentiful to me. It's very, I've never seen so much food in my life. Like I've never been in any other country where you just walk out the door and some woman, mostly women, got food. You can find a little truck or a stand, or you will not, if you got money in your pocket now, understand if you got money in your pocket you will not be hungry. And let me just say, maybe this is just Accra or bigger cities, but Accra, woo, food, for fruit stands, oh my God, fruit stands, you cannot not find a fruit stand. Fruit stands are everything. You cannot not find a fruit stand. I've never been in a supermarket here. I've never, and I've been in a supermarket, all of them. I've never been to a supermarket in Africa. Never. What does that say? Now that wave, that's deep. Like, no, I've never been to, I've only been to markets, outdoor markets. I've showed you how well I've never been to a supermarket. That's amazing. It's freaking amazing. It's just that deep to me, like, wow. I buy my stuff from the market women, the farmers, if you will. I call they market women. Okay, that's where I get mine. And I never thought that's a wonderful way to shop. That means no chips, no candy, no bread. So we do get bread from these places, but I don't. I mean, you eliminate all the garbage. It's just gone. Just the junk is gone. You can literally live off. And you want your beans, it's that little health food store. It's not a supermarket by far. It's a little space. A health food store, and it's got not a whole bunch of stuff on the shelf, but what it got is good. And it's got the brown rice, the local brown rice, and it has some good honey, some nice honey, but not like this countryside honey, because I had some already, or the village honey. Woo! That's the life right there in a way, like, okay, no. In reality, that might be a rough life, I'm sure it ain't easy. So, yeah, but, I'm finding myself, I'm connecting, to things, and I'm learning a lot, and I'm learning Accra, and like I was going back to saying, in my own way, I'm learning the language. I'm learning the language because it's more to the language than learning those words that form those words, you know what I'm saying? Or those sounds or phrases. The sounds, the O and the A and the what, it's just as much part of the language. Is the language. You answer in those, and those mean something too. So I feel like I'm learning that, which I find I always learn first when I learn it, before I learn the language. Like I learned that. I learned the essence of the language. And Africans, like I said, they're very rhythmic with their talking. It's a dun 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 dun. It's very beautiful. And it's funny, I cry, yes, a lot of people, and some would even say noisy, but I still hear a silence that's just right above what seems like noisiness, because it's not really, not the same way that the States is, with the blaring ambulance and police. You don't hear that, sirens and ambulances, and you don't hear that. So you don't, that's some stress there, There's some different kind of do something to your organs. Your organs get messed up from that sound. So you're not having that. You're having languages from all these ethnic groups, all African, all black people. But it's all, and you just like, and then they all sleeping on ledges. They sleep, and like I tell you, sleep anywhere. So you're like, this is cool. What? I got it. I got the whole thing. Like, I'm getting this stuff. I'm like, yes, that makes sense too. So the last thing I do is be trying to have my American ideology. It really don't fit here. It's like, oh, throw that out the window. It was crazy and mixed up anyway, coming from a lot of crazy mixed up people, and you're African and your soul, just relax. It ain't got to be a fight, a war, or intellectually sparring. No. They're very intelligent. I mean, the way they, especially with the proverbs and the stories, uh, really it's a sense of intellectuality. I mean, the way they tell it would be considered brilliant in any part of the universe. You know what I'm saying? Like it's very much of a, and it's the common folks that have it, but it's a very much of an art, and it's very, very beautiful. And it's a great way to teach somebody without making them feel stupid. You just tell a story. Nobody said it was about them. And it's the stories are, and anybody of any age can get something because the story's for you. And it teaches you to stop thinking you have to have one bad and for the other one to be good. Like that was my lesson today. But that's the Africanness. That's the breaking down of the Eurocentricity. I think what we have to do as diasporans is understand we're still coming and we're still releasing and we're still clearing and we're still finding and we're still connecting. And then we're doing it all over again and we're adding more emotions than the last time. I don't know. I think we're rushing past what's really going on. Some deep, tremendous healing. And it's in the sounds and the language and the color and the people and the colors. Like, wow, very colorful place. I mean, for every dark-skinned girl who told you too dark to wear red, yellows, greens, the brightest colors on these beautiful dark people. It's just, it's like life. It's like, yes, warm every day, yes. Colors on black people, yes. Women mostly wear dresses, but you can tell everything's intact. I mean, you can tell it's all good. You know what I'm saying? Because they are breathing. I mean, there's a few things. I think I felt like I only saw 3 people in the whole country. That the parts of the country I saw with jeans. So I mean, dresses, long, short, whatever they are. Everybody's very beautiful, natural and it's natural beauty. It's very amazing. It's amazing, and I'll be right in it. And that's what I'm saying, y'all, for all my black people folks now, my sisters, which is all y'all, my brothers and sisters, you're going to really love it because you just another black person in the crowd, and it feels so good. You want to be there. You just want to be another black person in the crowd. That's all you are. You just look just like them. You could be from any one of these countries right next door. I know with me, that's what's up, until I talk, of course, but they got people from all over Africa here, so all over the continent is here, so yeah. So it's beautiful. So you're just another black person. You're not staring. They don't see you a mile away anymore. And then you get to know the place, so you're knowing the movement. Your body is walking like this because it's a rhythm of the place, of the pulses from the plant, from the earth. And once you feel it and you on it enough, you just start. It's not like you just, I don't want to say blend in, but you become part of that which surrounds you. And it's beautiful. It's beautiful. It takes time. It's going to take me time, but I feel just free. I feel like I'm having an experience that I would not have had if I didn't know anybody. And I love this experience. I love it. I love it. It's having a lot of fun. Lots and lots of fun. Yes, I saw a couple of people with locks. I saw a few. Yeah, I would say, yeah. I mean, today for some reason I noticed that I saw more than I've seen before. Now some of them might be faux locks though. I'm just thinking about it because they do it so good here. They can make it really like this is the most one I saw that looked the most like real. But I thought I saw some women with locks. I'm almost sure that I saw, because I noticed today I commented on how many sisters I thought I saw with locks. They got locks, but they mostly deal with their natural hair from what I've seen, and I'm in a crowd. They mostly, honestly, it's what I thought. They wear cornrows, and they cornrow their natural hair even more than I see extensions, although they have extensions, they do it well. And you see a lot, but you see just as many, if not more, of their hair literally in these cornrow styles that be so fly that I don't think I have enough days to live to be able to have every hairstyle that you see. My head is constantly turning with the hairstyles. They braid their own natural hair, and it's braided in the most beautiful, intricate, sometimes style, and they add extensions, which is still beautiful as well. And or they wear their hair low, especially the younger, the teens and below, which is stunning. Or the women do too. They fade it out a little bit, but it just looks their face. It's some beautiful natural, all you brothers, they're like really women that's like just at least an appearance is truly what y'all call natural. I see why y'all come here and lose it, because it's a pond, a big pond to choose. Some beautiful black women, natural. So I don't know. I'm not saying there's not segments of Accra or Ghana that fusses on their beauty, but to see such natural beauty without all the fuss, it's inspiring. It's inspiring. It's infectious. It's awesome. Like it's like you're enough without any of that. Like that's on some deeper level. And for black men, you don't always understand, but for sisters, if you have that person, you cannot, like me, go out without the lipstick or without the eyeshadow. Yes, you can, and that sun gonna do all the beauty tricks that it needs to do to make sure you're good. So, it's a different kind of love. It's a different kind of love for yourself here. You're here on point. I see. Oh, thank you, Tina. It's self-love. It's just self-love. It's just that simple. It's just that simple. It's wow. There you go. I mean, there you go. Like, you know, I'm kicking it. I chose to live and to enjoy life right now, later now. So, yeah. So, ladies, please like, share, subscribe, comment. Please also come back to this exact channel this Thursday. I think it's 3 o'clock. I'm gonna check. When we will be talking about, we'll be talking to Elayseah, which is our virtual assistant, and she's doing a beautiful masterclass this Sunday. So anyway, this Live Free TV, the conversation we're having is absolutely free. It'll be here. Come watch it. It'll be this Thursday. I hope I can see you. Check out the website, or actually go look in the description box when you get a chance, and check out all the upcoming classes with my guest instructors. Also, my other 2 channels is Afrocentric Home Decor and Style channel. I will leave that in the description box. And my Blackberry Beauty Academy channel is actually already a link to a video there where you can go subscribe if you're not already subscribed to that. I do have a link that will be in the description box already. So, yeah, check me out tomorrow. Tomorrow, I think I'm meeting up with a sister that I met in Prim. And Kwame gonna have to be okay. No, I'm gonna let Kwame do some other things. No, actually, I got a lot to do, Kwame. Let me just say this. I want to just reiterate this wonderful thing that I love being in Ghana, the people that at least I kick it with. All those things you're trying to remember, even if you write them down, they're still on your mind until you get them done. Somebody else already got it. And it's very important to them that you get it all done, that's what you said. And they making a list, and they take it to the place, and they remind you, and it's just so refreshing. So I love this kind of usefulness of a day. My days are so useful. It's a different kind of wonderful discipline, you know. I'm more connected to my work. I'm more connected to this idea of entrepreneurship. Like, I feel like a boss for real. Like, I feel like I'm handling that. Like, I'm in my element. I know what I like, and I know what I think looks good. And I don't know, y'all, like, I never gave myself time to delve in or be fascinated or take that part of myself seriously. My friend Kwame said, yeah, he said, I'll let you dress me. He said, because you have the eye. You have an eye. I know what I like. Call it whatever. I know what I like. And I know why I like it. And I think you are that person too. You know, this is a dream, like getting your stuff. Ain't nobody told you straight from Africa. You know for sure that this is from Africa, because I picked it out in Africa. Carvers and carpenters. It's a beautiful time. It's a beautiful time. And a lot of people don't have any work. So it's a beautiful time because at this point you can get people to do different things for you, and they'll, you helping them out and they helping you out as well. So some of the things that come from this could be very beautiful. All right, y'all, I'm off the air. I'm going to take I'm going to sleep. And I'll see y'all tomorrow. I got a busy day. Have a good one. Peace and blessings.